These are my dark predictions for June 2026, and this is part one. That's right, welcome to the main event. This is what we're all here for. We're doing remote viewing predictions for the following month. It's obviously now May when you're watching this, hopefully. And we remote view the next month. Make a big list. Behind me are 7 predictions. So I'm going to go through these 7 predictions in just a second and show you what my remote viewing told me this is going to happen next month. And then we're going to have a part 2 and a part 3. I've already started working on part 2, and those are actually even worse than part 1. So make sure to follow for that. And also, before we get started, May predictions have already been posted, part 1, 2, and 3. I'll put those in the description, as well as April, which ones were true for April. And out of all the April predictions, which were 21, 18 of them came true. You can go and look at that. Actually, I'll do some fancy editing, and I'll just that's what it looks like. That's the video. Go watch that. And again, go watch the May videos, because May part 1, part 2, and part 3 are already there. Anyways, these are just predictions, not facts. Let's get into this. Let's start with number 1. And people aren't going to like this because, of course, they're dark predictions. I'll do more positive predictions, but first we start with the dark, because these are the ones we need to avoid or change the timeline. And like always, I hope I'm wrong, okay? So why would the insurance companies stop insuring, like houses specifically, I think, is because they know, or they predict, that there is a very, very bad weather season coming, and that there is a very bad wildfires. So I think it's something to do with wildfires and weather, and this will be a thing where they just stop allowing people to get insurance, which plummets the cost of home values in those areas where they're doing that. I just see this year being one of the worst years on record for weather and wildfires. And same again, I don't want to be right, but that's what I think is going to happen, and probably starting here in June. So do what you will with that. Anyways, moving on to the next one. The biggest cost of living protest of the year. I'm being very specific as well. I'm saying it's the biggest cost of living protest, so that's the purpose of the protest, and it's the biggest, so I'm being very specific, of the year, and this is June, and I feel like people are really going to get into the streets and start protesting, because it's just too expensive to live these days. Because if a certain 80-year-old gentleman wakes up in a bad mood, prices of everything rise because the things that he does. And every other country in the world just allows it to happen, and we do nothing. But whatever. Moving on. An unusually large uptick in cybercrime, and also, and probably more specifically, cyber attacks. Okay? And this is June. There will be a standard, of how many cyber crimes or cyber attacks kind of happen, and I'm predicting an unusually large uptick. So that would be an exceptional data. It's spiking up, and it being very, very obvious that there's an uptick. Let's see if it happens. We'll come back through, like I said, at the end of June. We'll check all these over, and we'll see which ones are true or not true. Moving into number 4, which no one's going to like. I'm seeing a lot of supply chain disruptions that are going to lead to shortages, panic buying, and rises in cost. No one likes that. Can I predict exactly which products? I probably could. I don't want to, but maybe if there's enough people saying stuff, I'll make a specific video for what items I think, in order to give you guys a bit of a heads up and stock into those things. Actually, before I go any further, for everyone that has made it this far, because there's 7 predictions, we're on number 4. For everyone that has made it this far, and for me to find a way to say thank you to you guys, everyone that comments a yes or no question, I will do a free prediction for you. So if you have anything that you want me to predict that I could answer with a yes or no question, pop that in the comments now, and I'll go through for the next few days and answer every single one. It might be a few, it might be a lot, I don't know, but I'll answer every single one and give you a yes or no prediction on whatever you ask me, okay? And if you want something more specific, you can email me at offgridsecrets@gmail.com, also found in the description. That's just a way of me saying thank you, because most people don't watch this far. And if you did, well, there you go. You got your bonus. A little thank you, and we'll move on. Number 5. And I don't want this to happen, like all of them. But I really don't want this one to happen. Developing countries see major surge in preventable disease. And I made sure to put preventable. I did at the beginning just put disease, but I really, really see it being preventable stuff. So, like, I think this is something to do with the supply chain disruptions. And because they don't have their normal supply to prevent these diseases, they will make a surge, make a comeback, and it's going to be very bad for the rest of the world because these things not being held in check are bad for the wider area. Hopefully, I don't have to fully explain that, and I don't want it to happen. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. This is a big one. Power cuts off during the World Cup match, or a World Cup match. Okay, so I don't know which one, but I saw like just a power shutdown. And this probably leads to like the a different ending or a different winner or a delayed game, or just it's gonna mess up something and cause issues with money. That's my prediction. And a serious car crash at Monaco Grand Prix. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's find out. Again, every single month we go over these, so stay tuned for that. Email me for personal predictions. There's my email, and I will see you on part 2. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all my TikTok followers that are here, and thank you for all my new YouTube followers and old YouTube followers. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I'll see you very, very soon.